Your brain is physically shrinking every time you check your phone before breakfast. This habit creates a chemical loop that mimics a mild form of brain damage. Most people think they are just tired, they are actually losing their ability to think clearly, but there is a 60-minute window that can stop this decay instantly. By the end of this, you will understand exactly how to reclaim your focus from the digital noise. These 5 habits are not just tips, they are a survival guide for the modern mind. Most people will ignore this and stay trapped in the fog, but the real secret starts with what you do the moment you wake up. When you wake up, your brain is in a highly suggestible state called the alpha wave state. By grabbing your phone, you are literally inviting thousands of strangers into your bed. You are training your mind to be reactive instead of proactive. This sets a stress baseline for the rest of your day, and it gets much weirder than that. Every notification triggers a tiny hit of dopamine followed by a cortisol spike. This constant seesaw makes your prefrontal cortex go numb. You become a slave to the infinite scroll before you even put on pants. It is like starting a marathon by hitting your own kneecaps with a hammer. The damage is silent, but it is very real. The first habit is the morning lockout. For the first 60 minutes of your day, you are a ghost to the digital world. No emails, no news, and definitely no social media. You are protecting your mental RAM from being filled with garbage. This sounds easy, but for most people, it is physically painful. But why is it so hard? The average human now has a shorter attention span than a goldfish. But here is the part that sounds made up. It is actually worse. Goldfish can focus for 9 seconds, while humans have dropped to 8. We are literally de-evolving in real time. This loss of focus is costing you years of your life, and the solution is surprisingly aggressive. Habit number 2 is the deep work sprint. You must work in 90-minute blocks with 0 interruptions. Your brain takes 23 minutes to fully refocus after just one single distraction. If you check one text, you have effectively deleted half an hour of progress. Most people never actually reach deep work their entire lives, but what happens when you do? In this state, your brain enters flow. This is where your output increases by 500%. You are not just working faster, you are working better. It feels like a superpower because, in a world of distracted people, it is, but there is a hidden biological cost to this high-intensity focus, and if you ignore it, you will crash. Your brain is the only organ that does not have a traditional lymphatic system. Instead, it uses the glymphatic system to wash away metabolic waste. Think of it as your brain literally sweating out toxins. This process usually happens during sleep, but you can trigger a mini wash during the day. This leads us to the third essential habit. Habit 3 is the physical reset. Every 3 hours, you must shock your nervous system. This could be a cold shower, 10 burpees, or a sprint. You are forcing your body to flush out cognitive drag. It sounds crazy, but you are literally rebooting your internal computer. If you stay sitting all day, your brain begins to ferment in its own waste. Multitasking is a lie. It lowers your IQ by 15 points. That is the same effect as staying up all night or smoking heavy amounts of marijuana. You aren't doing 2 things at once, you are just failing at both very quickly. This constant switching creates attention residue. And this residue is what makes you feel burned out by noon. The fourth habit is the information diet. Just as you are what you eat, you are what you consume mentally. Most people eat mental junk food all day long. Outraged headlines and pointless celebrity drama are the high fructose corn syrup of the mind. They provide a quick hit but leave you nutritionally empty. But there is one thing even more dangerous. Every piece of unfinished business in your head is a background app draining your battery. That email you didn't send or that chore you ignored is stealing your clarity. This is called open loop syndrome. Your brain cannot stop thinking about things you haven't finished. This is why you feel tired even when you aren't doing anything. What I haven't told you yet is why your brain actually wants you to fail. Evolutionarily, your brain is designed for survival, not productivity. It wants you to conserve energy and look for threats. In the modern world, a threat is a notification, and conserving energy is scrolling. You are fighting against 200,000 years of biology, but you can win. Distraction is not just annoying. It is an expensive tax on your life. If you lose 2 hours a day to drifting, that is 1 full month per year. Over a decade, you lose a year of your life to nothing. Imagine what you could do with an extra year. The elite 1% know this, and they guard their time like gold. Habit 5 is the shutdown ritual. At a specific time every day, you must declare work is over. You physically close your laptop and write down the top 3 tasks for tomorrow. This closes the loops we talked about earlier. It allows your brain to enter the glymphatic wash properly. Without a shutdown, you are never truly resting. Most people think they have a time management problem. They actually have an energy management problem. your brain uses 20% of your body's total energy. If you waste that energy on trivial decisions, you have nothing left for the big stuff. This is why geniuses like Steve Jobs wore the same clothes every day. They were saving their mental coins. When you implement these 5 habits, something strange happens. You start to see patterns that others miss. You become a deep thinker in a shallow world. This clarity is the ultimate competitive advantage. While everyone else is reacting to the world, you are creating it, but the transition period is the hardest part. The first 3 days of the morning lockout will feel like withdrawal. Your brain will literally itch for the dopamine hit of a screen. You might feel anxious or bored. This is a good sign. It means your brain is beginning to rewire itself. It is the sound of your focus returning from the dead, and it only gets better from here. Your brain is the most complex object in the known universe, yet we treat it worse than our smartphones. We charge our phones every night but let our brains run on 1% battery for weeks. This is the cognitive debt that most people carry until they burn out, but you don't have to be most people. There is one detail nobody mentions. High output is not about doing more, it is about doing less, but with a terrifying amount of intensity. The most productive people on earth are often the ones who seem the least busy. They have mastered the art of the 90-minute sprint. They have mastered the art of being unreachable. Let's review the protocol. Step 1. The morning lockout. Put your phone in a different room before you go to sleep. Do not touch it until you have finished your first hour of life. This one habit alone will increase your productivity by 40%. It is the foundation of everything else. It is your shield. Step 2. The deep work sprint. Set a timer for 90 minutes. Put your phone on do not disturb, or better yet, turn it off. Work on your hardest, most important task first. If you feel the urge to check the internet, recognize it as a dopamine itch and ignore it. You are building a focus muscle. Step 3. The physical reset. Do not sit for more than 3 hours. Move your blood to move your brain. A cold splash of water on the face can reset your vagus nerve instantly. You are telling your body that you are alert and ready. This prevents the afternoon slump that kills most people's momentum. Step 4. The information diet. Unfollow accounts that make you feel angry or inadequate. Stop reading the news every hour. It hasn't changed that much. Choose high-quality books or long-form content over snackable videos. Your mind is a garden, and you are currently letting people dump trash in it. Start weeding. Step 5. The shutdown ritual. Give yourself permission to stop. Write down what you need to do tomorrow so your brain doesn't have to remember it. This prevents work-life bleed. When you are off, be 100% off. This is how you sustain high performance for decades instead of months. It is the secret to longevity. Implementing these 5 habits will feel like you have upgraded your brain's hardware. You will find that you have more time, not less. The fog will lift, and your mental clarity will become your most valuable asset. The world is getting noisier every day. If you can stay quiet and focused, you will become unstoppable. The choice is simple. You can be a victim of the digital age, or you can be its master. Your brain is waiting for you to take control. Start tomorrow morning. No phone for 60 minutes. Just you, your thoughts, and the clarity you have been missing. The what part is easy. The doing part is where the magic happens.